Yep, it's time to freak out around here. The one and only Jevon Kearse on the phone. The freak, man. How in the world are you doing? You hanging out down in South Florida, just living the life.
First of all, I'm feeling freaking awesome, and I'm down here in Florida. I decided not to take that trip out to Las Vegas and party with all those crazy people out there. I can go to Vegas anytime and hang out, but I plan on watching the Super Bowl and kind of being in a good place where I can really watch everything. And I can also pay attention to the commercials this year.
So let's ask you this first. You mentioned the Super Bowl. Obviously, you got to play in two, one with the Eagles, one with the Titans. Titans fans, I'm sure, would love to know, Jevon, what is your favorite Super Bowl memory that you had in a Titans uniform?
My favorite. I mean, really, it was that whole experience, man. That going down to Atlanta, we experienced. I think they experienced a blizzard or some bad weather down there. It was cold. It was crazy for us, but and it was it seemed like it was such like a short week, like going from the AFC Championship game against Jacksonville, and then literally going back to Nashville for like a day or two, if that, and then packing up and going down to Atlanta. It was just such a quick trip, but I mean, the whole thing was very memorable. Just thinking about some of my teammates on the team at that time. There, like when we got there in that Super Bowl, I felt like we could do it every year. I mean, the fact that we came out and did it our first year. I kind of had like the thought process, like we can get here every year, and it didn't happen like that. But I mean, the whole thing was very memorable. Just a great time with my teammates. Just thinking about all my D linemen, John Thornton, Josh Evans, Big Henry Ford. We had a good time just hanging out, even like off the field and stuff like during that week, during that Super Bowl week back then.
Hanging out with the one and only freak, Jevon Kearse, here on Blaine and Mickey.
Well, Jevon, man, I want you to go back, man, to the beginning, your rookie year, and I guess take us through the match and erasure process of the freak, because I said you transformed our whole defense. But did you know at the time that was actually going to happen? Because it went from, man, you had your hand in a three-point stance and then trying to figure that all out, and then all of a sudden, first game – then they play the music, freak out, and I used to get lit, man. So just kind of take us through what you were thinking during that time. Were you thinking, man, this is going to be a little different in college? I don't know. And, did you think you was going to have that kind of impact in that first year?
Come on. Now, honestly, hell no. I didn't think I was going to have that type of success, man. I mean, come on. Like back in high school, I played free safety and wide receiver, man. Yeah. Got the University of Florida went from safety to outside backer, and then getting that phone call on draft day from Jeff Fisher. Hey, we're about to take you off the board. We're going to get you here and chase the quarterback around. I'm like, hold on, you mean play DN? That's a whole other position. But I just came in around a good group of guys. First year defensive line coach Jim Washburn was vital to my success at that time, and then just my teammates. I mean, guys like Blaine, guys like Eddie, guys like Steve. Like these guys weren't like some of those other like big name guys or big guys on the team that kind of it's a rookie. Oh, rookie this, rookie that. Mm-hmm. No, they didn't treat me like a rookie. They treated me like I was a veteran. They treated me like I was an important part of the puzzle, and I ended up being an important part of the puzzle. But like the guys treated me, they treated me with respect, and from that part on, and then that defense that I had a chance to play in. I mean, we had great cornerbacks, great linebackers, great safeties, great everything. So all we had to do was just worry about doing our own assignment, and then that made everything else tie together.
So as time went on, and next thing you know, we're playing the freak out every game. It seemed like, especially the home games anyway. And you start doing the Gator chomp. Did you just think that this is now the way it's going to be, and that you expected to have that kind of success as the season evolved, that you would dominate games and teams would start game planning for you, having 2 or 3 guys block you, as the season progressed?
No, I had no. It totally took me by surprise. Like it totally took me by surprise because, like I said, I started playing defensive end when I got there with the Titans, and then had a new defensive line coach. And at the time, I was playing behind Pratt Lyons, and I was I was just learning, like feeling my way around, learning like on the fly, and and then like the preseason went on. I probably got maybe one sack in the preseason, but then like once the season got going, like the game, I'm not gonna lie, it got a little bit easier for me because like I cut out a lot of the thinking that I was doing earlier on, and then and I would say Jeff Fisher and Jim Washburn made it easier. They simplified the defense, like getting your wide stance, getting your stance, and just attack, and then everything else just fell into place.
What was your thoughts of Greg Williams at that time? I know you hadn't mentioned his name, but like he was different.
Listen, he was a good different man. That dude was a good different man. Like he was just I always hear him in the back of my mind saying Jaguar, and I always wanted to correct them and say mother it's Jaguar, not Jaguar, but I was like Jaguar. But no, he was a fiery dude, man. I really loved playing for Greg Williams, man. Like I had a good time playing for him, and I would also like to say that he also helped my development out as well. As far as I'm not gonna say he schemed like for me, but like he tried to make it so like if they would double me and tripling me, he'll find a way to make them pay another way, and then that kind of helped me out as well. So kudos to Coach Williams.
Who was the best offensive tackle that you felt like you faced, or if it's a couple guys, you can name them that you're like, man, this guy's giving me issues, and why?
There's a couple of them that were pretty good, but one that comes to mind off bat is Leon Searcy. Leon Searcy with the Jaguars. He was Mark Brunell's blind side. It wasn't Baselli who was on the left side. It was Searcy. Like he just had just something about him that I really couldn't like figure out like off top. Like it took me just going. And then finally, finally, breaking down somewhere in the offensive line or some spot. But I mean, he just had that perfect height. He had speed, and he had a nice punch. He had a damn good punch on him. And I say a close second, like a 1B, who I think was pretty good. That gave me like some great battles was Willie Anderson. 71 with the Bengals.
Yeah. He'll probably get inducted this weekend. We're on with the Freak. He always freaked out when we was on the field together.
So, Jevon, when you first got here, you met everybody, and I was one of those people you met. And there's a picture of me that my wife and I have, and I put my hand next to your hand, and my entire hand was in the palm of just the palm of your hand. Here's my question for you: where do you buy gloves?
Great. That's a great question,
Wow.
man. Because I tell people this all the time. People meet me and shake my hand like, "Oh, cool, you got some big hands. Oh, wow, those are some cool looking hands." I'm like, "Yeah." Until you have to go shopping. Okay, now we talk about not just shopping for gloves. Listen, there are some pants that I probably couldn't buy because my hand couldn't fit in the pockets, and I can't be that guy who my hands can't fit in my pocket. I can just put my thumb in my pocket and walk around. So yeah, I used to go through that problem as well. I got to make sure I got the right length, and then got to make sure that my hands can fit in the pocket. But I mean, when I first got in the league, gloves didn't fit me at all. I used to wear, I thought I'd wear like Nike gloves or whatever, but gloves could not fit me at all. Like I think the biggest size he probably did was 3X, maybe 3X. And then finally I signed a deal with Reebok, and Reebok went ahead and got a mold in my hand, and they actually made me some 5X gloves. And I think I ran it maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago. I ran into a current player, and he actually thanked me. I'm like, well, what are you thanking me for? He's like, dude, because I got some of your gloves. They fit perfectly or whatever. So I guess somebody's still using my glove size as like the freak glove that's in the league right now. I don't know if that's still going on now, but just like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, got to him that he had trainer had to give him some of my 5X gloves.
Fantastic.
So, so ain't no damn shopping. You got to get some stuff made, okay?
All right. There's a legend with you and a ceiling tile. And Titans fans may know this story. What's the story behind you and the ceiling tile?
Well, in the weight room.
Yes.
Right, with Watterson.
Blaine, no, when we were when I first got in, we were practicing over in
Bellevue,
where was that?
Bellevue.
Yeah. Yeah, we was in Bellevue. I forgot which spot exactly. I forgot which spot it was exactly, whatever. But we were up early, and back then we was doing real tour days, and I think it was like early on when the veterans weren't. I don't feel like the veterans were in yet, or maybe they were, or we're just doing just testing, preseason testing, and it was time for me to do the vertical. But the roof of the place was it was kind of short. I think it was kind of short, like for us to be inside, like doing a vertical jump inside or whatever. So like they set it up right, did all the measurements, and then jumped, touched the top one. Then I think they set it up a couple more inches, and then I jumped up and touched the top one again. And now I got to either wait for them to reset it, or we probably gonna have to take it outside. And then I just asked Watterson. Steve Watterson was the person who was measuring everything, and I was like, "How about I just touch the ceiling tile?" And he looked at me like, "Yeah, right." I was like, "Okay, watch this," and then jumped up and hit the ceiling tile, and I think that may have been 13 feet. And knocked out the ceiling tile, and they told me to mosey on back over to the little Embassy Suite where we were staying, Blaine, the little hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me to mosey on back over and just take me a nap, and they'll see me in the afternoon.
They don't call him the freak for nothing. Jevon Kearse, our guest here on Blaine and Mickey.
There were so many freakish moments. But I guess if you wanted to pick one play, it could have been a regular season game or what have you, kind of describe it and explain why you think that embodies the freaks time with the Tennessee Titans.
You know what I'm going to pick. I don't think my boy Samari going to like this one here, though.
Oh, I love that play. I love it because you and Samari were the best athletes I've really probably played with. You know, there's a couple other guys, but man, you talking about, okay, I'll let you go. Yeah, when you ran by him.
I'm just saying, listen, we're in hostile territory. We playing up in Baltimore. Boom, the game is close. It's real a tight game, and I come off the ball. Boom, tackle blocks down, back come to chop me. I play the chop block, try to jump up and block the ball, and, the ball gets by. And for some reason, I don't know why, I'm just going to turn and run, which most defensive linemen be like, you know what, I did my job.
Right.
I took on the block. I tried to fake the pass. I did my job. But I just turned, and I'm like, let me jump on my horse. I just turned and ran, and, dude, before you know it, I was up the sideline, and I ran down this guy with the last name Ishmael. Mm-hmm. I mean, it wasn't the rocket, but it was the missile. Mm-hmm. And then I ran him down. I reached over. I don't know, I go back and look at that play. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what made me want to just run all the way down to 50 yards downfield and reach past one of my teammates. One of my teammates is in pursuit in front of me, and I reached past him and grabbed the back of this dude's jersey. And, of course, that was before horse collar was illegal. But I would say that play there just people still don't believe I make that play whenever I show them that play. And I think that because of that play, that's why they were giving me a steroid test maybe every week afterward.
What?
Okay. Preach.
Preach. I didn't even know that. That was
breaking news.
I could see that I could see how that could be there. Because Samari tried to claim, I had a sprained ankle. I wasn't running as fast as I normally could because you really literally ran out of bounds and then came back in bounds past him and then reached out and got him. It was amazing because I think, I don't know if you remember this because I said, hey, man, I said it to you, not during the game, but like the next day. Like, hey, man, if I ever see you on film running by me, I may have to clip you because I cannot get that on tape that you ran by me like that. Because you basically showed everybody you was the fastest on the team. And pretty much it was like, what the heck is going on here, man?
Hey, that was one of those things. I don't even know, like, how it's one of those things where, like, I don't even think, and I just do it. And then when I go back and see it on tape, like, man, I need to stop tripping. Because other defensive linemen see me in the off season after those plays right there, and they say, "Dude, slow down, dude. You're making my coach get on me now." My coach want me to do that same stuff, and I'm just like, "Hey, man, listen. It's part of the job description, man. You gotta get after the ball. You're on the field. You gotta go."
Wait, real quick, what was the aha moment when you were a rookie that, like, dang, this is the NFL, and that you were, or that you had arrived, like, dang, this is legit? Was there ever an aha moment?
I feel like it was that first game I got sacked in, because the first game I played was against the Bengals, and didn't get any in that game. I'm like, okay, well, this was going to be like. And then the next game, I sacked Tim Couch 3 times. And that was the aha moment, because the aha part was I created an enemy. Zeus, Orlando.
Oh my. You the one got him upset out there punching people?
Ooh.
Man, listen, I had created an enemy, and because Samari told me when Samari went there to go play for the Ravens, he said Zeus told him, he's like, man, he hated me, man, because he felt like that first game I got those sacks in. I mean, it wasn't his fault, because I had that good get off. I could hear Washburn in the back of my head get off on the damn ball. And then on top of that, it was we were playing at home, and that's where our fans make a lot of noise. And if you gotta look at me and not look at the ball, then it might not be good for your quarterback. And so that was the aha moment. It was an aha. You hear aha. You got an enemy. He's gonna look for you for the rest of his life. Oh. And yeah, so that was my aha moment right there.
All right, we could do this all day, Jevon, but I know you're on a schedule and we're up against a commercial break. Tell us before you go about Gear Up. I know you're talking about that with everybody that you're speaking with these days.
Well, Gear Up. Let me see. Like the whole Gear Up campaign, it's partnership with the Tennessee State Department of Health. And it's focused on helping people stay healthy, pretty much, which includes staying up to date on your shots. So, like for most of us, the commitment to the community doesn't end with retirement from the game. I mean, we also got to take care of ourselves and looking out for ourselves, looking out for other people as well. And so, it's like part of my whole thing with my charity foundation is Freak Love the Kids. Well, I'm a Jevon Kearse Foundation, and then it's Freak Love the Kids or whatever. And so it's the same thing we're doing with the NFL alumni, is caring for our kids and caring for our community. So myself, along with about two dozen other former Titans, we're just helping raise notice and support the campaign. So we do things like we do stuff like town halls, mobile clinics, and listening sessions. So the big message is we want everybody to do your due diligence and make what phone call you need to make and do what kind of investigation you need to make so you can make the right decision for yourself.
Man, very cool. We appreciate the time today. Next time you're around the radio station, just come and do the whole show with us, and we'll have a big story time.
I'll be there.
Freak out!
Thanks, Jevon.
Freak out!
Peace out. See you, man. Thank you.
All right,
now.
One and only Jevon Kearse, back with more Blaine and Mickey after this.